His last moments were shown on television and online everywhere. Yuri Orlov was described in a report as a man who wanted to become rich and famous. He didn't get any money from Japan in the end, but everyone around the world knew his name. That probably wasn't exactly what he wanted though. As the agent remembered what happened to Yuri, someone else in the room spoke up. "It's just what I think," the man said, but his idea about the magical creature waiting for something seemed right, so the investigator wanted to hear more. "Please tell me more," the man continued explaining because the investigator asked him to. "When I look at this creature, it doesn't seem to be living. It seems to breathe and move, but it feels more like a robot." A robot? The agent didn't think that was right. When you got close, the giant was very scary. The strong feeling wasn't something a machine could create. The giant's eye looked right at them. "Oh no!" Boom! The agent fell out of his chair again. The Japanese representative quickly tried to help him feel better and calm down. "It is only watching us. If we stay far away from it, it won't bother us." The agent nodded his head. He felt like his heart had fallen to the ground. He waited a moment, then lifted his camera, but the video was unsteady not just because of the helicopter's speed. When he was done, the agent asked, "How many large creatures came through the gate?" 31. All but the leader went in different directions. "How many have you defeated?" "Only 2, so that means 28 are still out there, causing damage in Japan. There aren't many people left who can fight them. Everyone is hurrying to get away." The representative looked very serious. On the day the monsters escaped, the hunters who fought the large creatures gave their lives, so the people of Tokyo could get to safety. They were able to defeat 2 of the monsters, but they couldn't stop the other 28. This is why the Japanese representative agreed to come with the American, even though he was very busy dealing with problems. "What are you doing?" The agent tried to stop the Japanese man, as he knelt and touched his forehead to the ground. It didn't matter anymore whether he felt proud or respected. If this was all it took, he would gladly do it. The representative begged, "Please help the people of Japan." The American agent stopped when he heard the sadness in his boss's voice. The representative then began speaking clearly in English to make his point stronger. "If America doesn't help us, our country, Japan, will be destroyed. Japan and the United States are good friends and work together. Please help us out just this one time for Japan." The young man's voice showed how worried he was, whether the words were his own idea or came from a group in Japan. The agent bit his lip as he thought for a moment before answering, and it was hard for him to do so. "I will send in a request. Thank you. Thank you very much." As his Japanese guide bowed to him repeatedly, the American felt bad because he didn't want to give the man false hope. The Hunter Command Center was being very careful with its hunters after losing so many important people to Komench. So would they take a chance to help another country? I really don't think they will. Still, how could the agent tell the young man, who was being so respectful for the sake of his country, that his homeland was likely finished? They could only hope for a miracle. The agent looked up at the sky. Everything was quiet, just like it had been before, and it still was now, and would always be. He kept looking at the empty sky, quietly saying to himself, "I hope things get better." Jinwoo woke up early, and went for a short run to the guild office. He knew something wasn't right. He kept looking at a point a little above where he was looking, pleased to see how far he had gone on the screen. A message appeared. Total distance run 10 kilometers. You have finished running 10 kilometers. Even though he defeated the person who created the system, nothing had changed. Each day continued as usual with new challenges appearing as soon as he woke up. Since a strange power had entered his body, he was also in excellent physical shape. Even though he was moving slowly, each step felt very light. Sadly, the architect's death left many questions unanswered. What was that file he had seen? Watching the file was one of the things needed to unlock the Black Heart, but everything else about it was still a secret. He was thinking deeply when a loud noise ahead brought him back to reality. "Excuse me. Hello. Mr. Yu. I would like to ask you some questions." Jinwoo looked up and saw reporters had gathered in front of the guild office, and they had stopped Jinyo on his way to work. He was getting lots of questions. "Mr. Yu, did you know about what happened with the Hunters Guild? Can you give us an official statement, as the vice president of the Asian Guild? How did Hunter Sung get to that gate? What does Hunter Sung think about the problems in Japan? Is he going to help them?" Jinwoo lifted his eyebrows. The reporters couldn't talk to him directly, so they were bothering Jinyo instead. Jinyo was an easy person to ask questions. Jinwoo was about to go help Jinyo, but he stopped for a moment. Something was strange. Jinyo didn't seem worried at all. He looked worried, but Jinwoo noticed Jinho was secretly smiling. Jinho was actually having a good time. Jinwoo was surprised and started to laugh. There was no reason to stop the fun. Now what should he do? Should he quietly pull Jinho into the office? Or wait, and let Jinho enjoy himself a little longer? Jinwoo thought about what to do next when a car stopped behind him. The window went down. "Are you Hunter?" Jinwoo sung. Jinwoo quickly turned around when he heard the voice. He was confused. He blinked when he saw who it was. "Oh, it's you." The man stepped out of the car, confirming that Jinwoo was the person he was looking for. Jinwoo knew him from seeing him on TV, talking about business and the economy. "I'm Myung-han Yu from Yujin Construction." "It was good to meet you." Hunter Sung. Chairman Yu sat up straight, and nodded. His greeting was polite but not overly friendly. Chairman Yu greeted people in a very proper and controlled way. Jinwoo was surprised to be treated so respectfully by the leader of such a large company, when they first met. Jinwoo was polite. "Jinwoo Sung. Nice to meet you." After they exchanged greetings, Myung-han got right to the point. "I apologize for coming here without warning, but could I please talk to you for a moment?" He wondered why Myung-han wanted to talk to him. It would have been easier for Myung-han to talk to his son, Jinyo, instead of coming all the way here. Jinwoo didn't say this out loud though. "How can I help you?" Myung-han seemed sorry as he spoke, like he didn't want to bother Jinwoo. "This isn't something we can talk about here." Jinwoo was wearing comfortable clothes and had his hood up, so people wouldn't know who he was, but Chairman Yu was starting to get noticed. It was hard to have a serious conversation with so many people walking around. Jinwoo knew that, but he couldn't understand why Chairman Yu wanted to talk to him. He really had no idea. If he had to guess, he thought it might be about Jinyo. More and more people started to recognize Chairman Yu, and some pulled out their phones to take pictures of him. Myung-han started to feel worried as more people noticed him. If he didn't get a chance to speak with Jinwoo now, it would be much harder later. It was really important for him to meet Jinwoo, so he tried to be brave and ask again. "I'm sorry to bother you, but could you come with me, Hunter Sung? I promise I won't talk about anything that would upset you." Jinwoo looked back. He saw Jinyo enjoying all the attention from the reporters and almost laughed. Jinyo seemed very busy. Also, he had been taking all the best dungeons nearby with permission from the powerful groups around here. So Jinwoo thought it might be a good time to stop raiding for a little while. He agreed to go. "Okay then, thank you." Myung-han nodded his head and opened the front passenger door for Jinwoo, like a driver would. "Please get in." Myung-han climbed in the other front passenger door and sat next to Jinwoo. The car was very large, so there was a lot of space between the two men. Before the car started, Jinwoo asked, "Where are we going?" "I don't have a certain place in mind." Jinwoo shook his head as the car started moving. Myung-han offered an idea. "I know a place where we can talk privately. We can go there." Jinwoo relaxed into his seat. It was very comfortable, just like you would expect from a nice car. After a calm and quiet car ride, they reached where they were going. "This is it, Hunter Sung." When the driver went to Myung-han's door, he seemed surprised. Then the driver walked to Jinwoo's side and opened the car door for him. Jinwoo stepped out and looked up at the tall building. Was this where they would be talking? As Jinwoo stood there without saying anything, 6 of Myung-han's workers quickly came around them and bowed deeply. "Welcome, Chairman Yu." "Welcome, Chairman Yu." Jinwoo was amazed that all 6 workers greeted them at the same time. He wondered how much they must have practiced to move together so well. "Please, come with me, Hunter Sung." Chairman Yu walked inside the building calmly. The words Yujin Construction were written at the top. Finally, Jinwoo followed Yu inside. The chairman waited for his guest to walk beside him, and then walked at the same speed. This way, every worker they passed greeted Myung-han with politeness. He didn't show much emotion, but he nodded to everyone as they greeted him. Jinwoo felt that Chairman Yu reminded him a lot of President Go from the Hunters Association. The way his workers looked at him with respect showed what kind of person he was. Jinwoo walked quietly behind Myung-han, and he soon had everyone looking at him. Who is this person? Wait a minute. Is that? No way, He had removed his hood when he went inside, so people knew who he was and were very surprised. Everyone was shocked to see the most skilled hunter in Korea, and the most successful business person in Korea walking through the halls of Yujin Construction together. Wow, everyone's eyes widened in amazement. The female employees felt their hearts beat faster, and the male employees showed their respect with nods. No one knew why he was with the chairman, but as important people in their jobs, the two men looked good together. Everyone watching admired them. The two men stepped into the executive elevator waiting for them at the end of the hallway filled with people looking on. Chairman Yu's helpers stopped, and the elevator doors shut, leaving Jinwoo and Chairman Yu by themselves. Jinwoo and Chairman Yu both stayed quiet. The elevator went straight to the floor, where Mr. Myung-Khan's office was. A bell rang. Secretary Kim was waiting for them near the door. He quickly nodded to Jinwoo and bowed to Chairman Yu. "I'm sorry, sir. Someone is waiting for you inside. Someone is here." Chairman Yu looked serious. "Didn't I say not to let anyone in while I was gone?" Secretary Kim didn't often make mistakes, so Chairman Yu was very surprised. Secretary Kim seemed worried and quickly said, "I told him, sir, but he really wanted to see you," so Myung-Khan immediately knew who had come. He shook his head and pointed toward his office. "There's nothing to worry about. Please come in." The door to the chairman's office opened, and they saw a man about middle-aged sitting on the couch, reading a newspaper. He looked up when he saw them. "Why is it so difficult to get in touch with you, older brother?" "And he also cancelled our plans for today." The man with thinning hair was Seoko, the younger brother of Chairman Yu. He stood up, glad to see his older brother, but Chairman Yu looked at him angrily. "Didn't I tell you I had important work to do? I'm busy, so please come back later. I know what you're doing all day. What is so important?" Seoko looked at Jinwoo and stopped speaking. "What's wrong?" Other people only knew Jinwoo from photos in newspapers or on television, but Seoko remembered seeing him in a post on his daughter's social media account. Could this be the real hunter Jinwoo Sung? Seoko held up the newspaper with a picture on the front page, and compared it to Jinwoo's face. It felt a little strange for the hunter, but he wasn't really bothered. Maybe it was because his eyes looked like Jinhyo's. If Jinhyo lost his hair as he got older, would he look just like his uncle? Jinwoo already thought of Seoko as old Jinhyo. He ignored his brother's annoyed look as Seoko held out his hand and smiled. "Hello, Hunter Sung." "Oh." Jinwoo shook his hand back. Seoko shook Jinwoo's hand strongly, like he was greeting a friend, and introduced himself. "I'm sure you've heard about me. My name is Sako Yu and I work at Yule Pharmaceutical." Who had Jinwoo heard about him from? Jinwoo didn't want to make the man feel bad, especially since he had been so welcoming. "Oh, yes, nice to meet you." Chairman Yu had been watching them carefully, and was surprised when Sako stood up straighter and seemed very proud. "Did you see that? My daughter seems to have good taste in boys. Doesn't she?" Chairman Yu's daughter was very talented at music, and this always made Seoko feel a little less confident, compared to his older brother. But now Seoko felt proud. After all, Jinwoo was considered a great match for anyone in Korea. Seoko has more friends than I realized. Chairman Yu was going to scold his brother after Jinwoo left, but he wasn't angry anymore. It might be easier for Jinwoo and Seoko to talk if they knew each other better. "Oh dear, what am I doing?" Seoko finally let go of Jinwoo's hand. "You two need to talk, don't you? I will leave so you can have some privacy." He seemed pleased as he started to leave the chairman's office, but he paused beside Jinwoo. "By the way, Hunter Sung." "Yes. Please come over any time. My house is your house. Come over any time." "His house is my house." Ha ha ha. And just like that, the cheerful older man who said silly things disappeared quickly. Jinwoo wasn't bothered by Seoko's loud voice or happy attitude, but he did think the man was a little strange. Chairman Yu carefully asked his confused guest. "So how do you know my younger brother?" There was no need to pretend anymore now that the man was gone. Jinwoo answered quietly, "I have never met him before." Chairman Yu looked upset by the answer. He was angry with Seoko. Myung-Khan should have known better, but he had a guest, so the man known for keeping his feelings hidden quickly removed the angry look from his face. He motioned for Jinwoo to sit down. "Please sit down." He sat across from Jinwoo. Just then Secretary Kim came into the room. "Would you like some tea?" "No thank you." Jinwoo shook his head. Chairman Yu spoke to the secretary. "We need to talk about something important." So could you wait outside? Yes, sir. Secretary Kim left the room and closed the door. He stood guard outside, just as he had been told to do. Even the president of Korea would not have been allowed in, because this was a very serious matter. Jinwoo and Chairman Yu were quiet, like they had been in the elevator. But this silence felt different. Chairman Yu needed to think carefully before speaking, because what he had to say was difficult. By the time he spoke, Jinwoo was a little bored. Hunter Sung, Jinwoo had waited patiently. Yes, Chairman, Yu took a check from his inside pocket. It was written under my Han Yu's name from the bank. Eugene Construction used, but this wasn't a normal check. It was blank. Here, my Han pushed it toward Jinwoo. Jinwoo looked at it for a moment before looking up. Chairman Yu spoke with some effort. I don't think money can buy everything, especially when it comes to a really skilled hunter. My mouth feels dry, and I'm more nervous now than when I took over the family business after my father died, or when I gave my first speech to all the employees, or even when reporters were constantly asking me questions. This is the most important thing I've ever dealt with. My life, the future of the company I've worked so hard for, and my father wanting his children to have a good life are all at stake. I would really appreciate it if you would consider this a thank you. Chairman Yu looked very determined. I think I understand why my Han chose this place to talk. Whatever he's about to tell me shouldn't be shared with anyone. This isn't about joining his team. My Han picked this place because, unless something unexpected happens, he can control everything that happens here. I'm a good judge of character, so I'll get straight to the point. What can I get for you today, Mr. Yu? Chairman Yu was being very honest. I have the same sickness that your mother had. Jinwoo was very surprised. Does Gino know about this? My Han shook his head. No. Only my doctor and 3 other people know about this. My wife, my assistant and myself. And I am the 4th person. That's correct. Jinwoo finally understood why Chairman Yu had come to him privately instead of speaking with Jinyo. The chairman wanted to keep his sickness a secret from his family. So many people, tens of thousands of workers depend on him. The company's value changes based on how well the chairman is doing, and even a small sign of illness could cause big problems. If anyone found out Chairman Yu didn't have much time left, his company and all the businesses connected to it would be in big trouble. Because of this, my Han was keeping his sickness a secret even from his family. He felt like he had to handle everything himself and carry all the responsibility. Even so, he told me, it was likely a carefully considered decision, a risk he thought was worth taking. My Han was a successful businessman. He was very good at his job and never gave up. He always expected something good to come from his efforts. Jinwoo thought he knew what my Han was going to ask, and the chairman continued to explain his idea. I have looked everywhere for a way to heal this sickness, but I have only found one person who has gotten better. It's just like I thought. I don't think it's an accident that the only person ever cured of the eternal sleep disease is your mother. Hunter Sung, you have surprised a lot of people with your strange and new powers. Chairman Yu has done a lot of research, and believes you might have healed your mother using one of those abilities. He didn't say if the chairman was correct. He watched quietly. Chairman Yu had trouble swallowing. He couldn't make any mistakes now. If everything so far was just practice, this was the real test. This was a very important moment. My friend breathed out and spoke firmly. I promise everything I'm telling you is true. He pushed the check a little closer. This is just a small thank you. I'm willing to offer you much more. The check was only part of what he would give Jinwoo. My friend could offer Jinwoo more than just money. If you help me, I will always be grateful. The powerful man was bowing his head, and asking for Jinwoo's help. People who knew Chairman Yu would have been very surprised to see him like this. But Jinwoo stayed calm and carefully watched the man. Jinwoo didn't think the chairman was being dishonest. The chairman's fast heartbeat, quick breathing and worried expression, which he was trying to hide, showed Jinwoo everything he needed to know. Chairman Yu had been honest. But wanting something really badly didn't mean it would happen. Jinwoo thought carefully before he decided. I'm sorry. Those 2 words made my Han very sad. I can't help you with this. But then my Han had really hoped Jinwoo would agree, so it was hard for him to accept the refusal. How did your mother get better, Hunter Sung? Sir. Jinwoo's face became serious. A cold feeling in the air reminded my Han who he was talking to. Jinwoo went on, if I knew how to fix the sleeping sickness and wanted to make money from it, I would have done it already. Chairman Yu quickly thought about different possibilities. Was Jinwoo worried about someone strong coming after him? My Young-han didn't think that could be true. Jinwoo was a top hunter and a very powerful one. It didn't make sense that anyone would try to cause him trouble. Then was Jinwoo looking for something besides money? Chairman Yu didn't think that was a good idea either. Hunter Sung could become famous and liked if he wanted to, but he didn't seem to care. Oh, Chairman Yu suddenly understood his error. When trying to reach an agreement, it's important to figure out what the other person wants. Giving someone what they want is how you get what you want in return. That's how negotiations work.